Today's topic, feed your mind. Hi, I'm Doug Holt with author of Your Own Story, and this is your Daily Growth Hack, where each day we give you a tip, trick, or insight to help you up-level what we call the 5 to Thrive. That is your mind, your body, your soul, your relationships, and your business. Now today we're going to talk about the mind, and specifically feeding the mind on a daily basis. So I got a message from a Daily Growth Hack listener, Garrett, who was asking me, hey Doug, I love the Daily Growth Hack, so thank you very much for saying that. I always love to hear whether you like it or not, or what we can do to better, of course. But he said, I love them, but I also want to do a little bit more. So what's something else I can do on a daily basis to feed my mind? I'm just not finding something. So what I told him is what I'm going to tell you now and share with you, is there's 2 things that I do on a daily basis to feed my mind. One is I read a book called A Year of Conscious Living by Gay Hendricks. Now this book breaks it down by the dates, so you have June 1st, June 2nd, June 3rd, or September, etc., all through the calendar days, so it's 365 days. And what it does is gives you a little story of Gay's life and something he's experienced, maybe in his coaching practice or just in his own daily journaling. And then it talks about that subject. Now, oftentimes the subject's broken down after several days. And he also gives you something to ponder, think about, or do at the end of each day. Now, at the end of each day, they're not always actionable items. Kind of like these daily growth hacks, I don't always give you an actionable item, although I encourage you to journal after you listen to this. In fact, I encourage you to journal immediately after you listen to this. But what he does give you is some insights. And what this does for me, it gives me something to feed my mind. I read it on Kindle because I find that to be easier because I can read that on my iPhone, I can read that on my iPad, my laptop, or anywhere else I am. And also gives me topics of conversation to have with my wife or other people that I know are just operating at a higher conscious level that like big talk. And I say big talk because obviously you have small talk, like how's the weather, how's your job. Big talks when you want to talk about bigger subjects and subjects that matter. In order for me to build my tribe, and my tribe is you, but it's also other people that I think that can play at a higher level, and we can have conversations that really matter, and conversations that can stimulate the brain and creativity and really get you thinking and talking and diving deeper into the human soul and the human condition. So that's one, is A Year of Conscious Living. And then also, author of Your Own Story Daily Growth Hack listener, Eric Malzone, sent me this book. He sent me The Daily Stoic. And so I just started reading The Daily Stoic. Absolutely love it. I can't believe that it took me this long. There's actually 366 meditations by Marcus Aurelius. Now, I'm not sure why there's 366 versus 365. I'm sure there's a reason. I haven't figured it out yet. But I've been reading this book for just over a week now and absolutely love it. It is a great companion to A Year of Conscious Living because it's actually, I think, almost the opposite thought process. I mean, Stoicism versus, I would say, Year of Conscious Living is a little bit more New Agey almost. And so they're very different, and I really love them. And they really stimulate my conversations. But also, I'm able to reach out to Eric in this case and talk about the Daily Stoic or what that day was. And with my wife, it could be the Year of Conscious Living. And this allows me to create those people that are in my life or in my world. As they're developing, I'm in the same conversation. I'm in the same conversation they are, and so we can talk the same language. So I'm doing this every single day. Now, I miss a day here or there. That just happens. But for the most part, I'm getting this little 10-minute chunks of daily inspiration or daily thoughts, just like these daily growth hacks are intended to produce, in my mind all the time. And then I step back and I journal about them. I think about it. When I'm on the road or I'm driving, because we travel a lot, my wife and I love to explore. So we're in our adventure van. I simply record the voice notes. So maybe I'm reading it when I have a stop, and instead of journaling, I take the time and I record it. I record it on my iPhone, or I record it on my handy recorder, which I shared in a previous daily growth hack. So these are a couple things I do to feed my mind daily that I think you would really enjoy. If you choose one or both of these, let me know. I'd love to be in the conversation with you. In fact, we can start a conversation over at the Author of Your Own Story community and really dive deep into these higher level thought processes. Let's have big talk and not small talk and feed our mind daily. That's it for me today. As always, go over to authorofyourownstory.com for more tips, tricks, and insights. But again, I'm going to encourage you, share this daily growth hack with your tribe. Share this with your coworkers, your loved ones, your spouse or significant other. Share it with them so your conversations can come to a higher level and you can up level. It also allows you to understand at a deeper level where they're coming from for them to understand you. That's it for me today. As always, remember, be the author of your own story. I hope you enjoyed today's Daily Growth Hacks. Please put your comments right down below and remember to click subscribe. This way we can ensure that we're delivering these daily growth hacks right to you each and every day. On behalf of the whole team here, remember, go out and be the author of your own story.